Hey guys and girls, how you all doing? It's Kirsty, as usual, with another gameplay commentary. And this is going to be just a little bit of an assault gameplay on, of course, the map interchange, playing a little bit of ground war. And this isn't actually going to be about the gameplay at all. The gameplay is more just a nice little overlay to put in the background for this particular commentary. And you would have actually noticed for quite a lot of commentaries recently, and I will get on to a little bit of why that is. Just in a little bit. But what I want to talk about first of all, just before half of you guys get bored with a 9-minute commentary and decide to click off the video, which I do understand, it does get a little bit monotonous sometimes. What I actually want to talk about is I'd like to start a new series soon, and this has actually been inspired by multiple subscribers who have asked me to do something similar to this. And I want to make it sort of like a newspaper advice column. You know how they have those Dear Abby sort of columns where people write in and they have their issues and problems and stuff like that, sort of anonymously. And then I'll pick whatever seems to be the most relevant or whatever I think you guys will find the most interesting. And we'll talk about that for the next episode, giving that person maybe some advice and some ways to deal with that particular problem. Because I actually thought that it could be useful for some of you guys at home, because I am a little bit older than quite a few of you guys. I have done the whole high school thing. I've done the whole dating thing many times. And there's not really that much that's going to be new to me, so to speak. And it's always interesting to hear things from a female's perspective, especially when it comes to problems about girls, which I'm sure that there'll be a hell of a lot of with some of you guys, because girls are pretty damn confusing creatures, especially when they're young. And I have been there, done that, got the t-shirt, so to speak. So I do have quite a bit of experience, and I'm sure that I will have some interesting sort of prerogatives about some of these things that maybe some of you guys mightn't have thought about. Being males, males do think very differently to females. They're far more direct. They say more so what they mean, whereas females have this odd way of just expecting everyone can read their mind. Not all of them, but a hell of a lot of them. And so I don't know, I thought it could be really interesting just for a bit more of that communication and interaction, because I already do quite a bit of this in my inbox as it is. And also in real life, this has always sort of been my thing ever since high school onwards. I've always been the one that gives advice to everyone else. Always the one who's sort of there for everyone else to lean on and cry on my shoulder. And I don't know, I tend to be the voice of rationality through all the sort of craziness, and people have always known me like that. And as you guys know, that I do actually work in the community services field, so this is pretty much what I do for a living. So I don't know, I just thought that it could be a good thing for just more interaction, and also just to give you guys a little bit of a hand, and just for something different. We'll see how it goes as a series. We'll try it for a few episodes and yeah, see if it's successful. I don't know, what do you guys think? Let me know if you really detest against me doing this series. Although I'm sure that's not going to be the case, just from some of the people who have been asking me to do this series. So anyway guys, the way we'll sort of do this is just leave me a message. Even the YouTube inbox is fine, pretty much on any of these things. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, any of these things that you want. Although it's probably easier to do it anonymously if you just want to send me a YouTube inbox message, because then no one else can actually see it. I won't be actually giving anyone's real names or any sort of identifying information about the person while doing this series, so don't worry about any of your confidentiality being breached, because it won't be. So yeah, just send me a message and just entitle it Dear Kirsty or something similar to that, so that I know that you're comfortable with me actually talking about this, and I will actually confirm it with each person just to make sure they are comfortable about me talking about this in front of potentially quite a few people. Anyway, let's actually get on to some more general sort of stuff, like where I've been recently, because yes, I haven't actually been posting as many videos as what I used to, and there is a little bit of a reason for that. There's actually multiple reasons, and part of that of course is real life. You guys do know about quite a lot of the bullshit that's been going on with my boyfriend's children and their actual real biological mother. And if you haven't, I will leave a link to that either as a video response or in the outro. It's a game on bootleg. Anyway, just so that you sort of know what it is if you see it. And it is quite a long, drawn-out commentary, but it does actually explain quite a lot of the things that have gone on in my real life, which really do make it a little bit difficult sometimes to post a video, and particularly when we haven't been able to actually have that much contact with the children recently. And that is after many, many years of full custody. It is a very difficult life change, and me and my partner are really sort of in the process of actually finding ourselves again after so many years of having to sacrifice what we really wanted to do in our life for the sake of the boys. Well, we now don't have to do that. So we're trying to sort of find what we want to do for fun and make things about us for once. So unfortunately, sometimes that means that that's going to come first before making a video. And I've always said this to you guys, always take real life far more seriously than your internet life, because at the end of the day, they're the people that are the people that are there for you. They're the people that care about you, know you for who you actually are, not who people assume you are on the internet. Because at the end of the day, people are going to see you a certain way on the internet, and it's not going to necessarily be the true picture. Even when it comes to me, I know a lot of people sort of put me on this pedestal for some odd reason, and that's just not the way my reality is. You know, I really see so many people just getting caught up on this whole online internet thing that they just completely neglect that they do actually have a real life outside of all this, and that there is going to be some point when this whole YouTube thing does have to end for everyone pretty much, and that there will be a point where you really do need to come back to reality. So you really want a reality to actually come back to, if you know what I mean. And that has actually been another reason why I haven't been playing this game very much recently. Well, that's one of the many reasons. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but frankly, I'm really losing my motivation to play this game extremely quickly. And the reason for that is mainly just because of the way that everyone seems to want to play lately. It really seems like anyone with half skill has just been replaced with some skillless scrub who just wants to sit around with blind eye and assassin in some corner. And I've just been having the worst connections lately. I do actually have a better connection than most of the country, which means I get lag compensated to the shit. Because for some reason, there's too many game types and modes and all of that for all the actual Aussies that are actually playing are in very few actual different games. And they seem to be quite widespread around the country, so the connection's just painful. And for some reason, Host on PS3 is virtually unplayable. I've played Host on Xbox many, many times with my friend's Xbox that she sometimes brings over, and it's just a completely different experience to actually playing Host on PS3. So frankly guys, I really can't wait for Black Ops 2 at the moment, but I am just hoping that they can sort out this sort of connection drama, which honestly in my opinion did really start with the first Black Ops, the bad hit detection, and the sort of lag that was going on, which people did assume had something to do with theatre mode. Who knows, that is quite a possibility, because like I said, it has been the last 2 games that have been a little bit painful, like this. It was alright for the first few months when there was lots and lots of people playing, but because there aren't really that many Australian gamers compared to other areas of the world, it is a little bit of a different experience now. But I still keep trying to get gameplays for you guys, no matter how much it does drive me crazy, because I do love talking to you guys and interacting with you guys, and I know that if I don't actually post anything, I'll have heaps of messages on Twitter and Facebook and YouTube of Kirsty, where are you? Are you still alive? All of that sort of stuff. So I am pretty much just here for you guys at the moment, just waiting for the next game. Anyway guys, I hope you've enjoyed today's commentary, and I'll talk to you all soon.